Hey guys, I'm Chewy Mew, but my real name is Eric, and welcome to another Chewy Mew review, where today we're taking a look at the Marvel Legends, I'm not too sure what wave this is from, but we've got the Scream figure, Marvel's Scream to be specific. So this figure, I got it off eBay, about a year ago maybe. When's this figure from? This figure is from, what year? Doesn't say. 2013. Wow, 2013? I thought this was newer. Well, either way, I got this off eBay like a few years ago. It's a pretty good looking figure. I got it since the only other Scream that exists out there is the Toy Biz version. And the Toy Biz version basically can just do that, and that. That's pretty much all the figure Articulate can do. So I was thinking, I'm just going to get this one because it has a better body, honestly. And also more articulation, and it's, 6-inch scale, whereas the original Toy Biz figures were like about maybe that tall, like to here. Like all of them, they were 5-inch scale instead of 6-inch. But either way, pretty good looking figure. I don't really know much about Scream in the comics. The only thing I know is the symbiote. Actually, I don't even know the name of the woman that has the symbiote. I know it's something Diego. I know her last name is Diego. I think maybe, I don't know. You can let me know if you know. But let's put her closer. But yeah, I pretty much know that the symbiote was made in the Light Foundation. It was also, fun fact, the other thing I know as well is like Lasher, Phage, Agony, Riot, and Scream were all created in the comic books. Like, obviously, you guys know, creating the comic books by the Life Foundation, but outside the comic books, they were created by Avi Arad, and he's the same guy that ruined the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3. And that guy, he wanted to sell more Venom toys, and so his idea was, hey, what if we take the Venom suit and we find a way in the comics to make more symbiotes. So basically, it's like the Power Rangers of symbiotes. You got like the yellow one, you got the green one, you got blue, you got another yellowy orange looking one, and then you got pink. So like, the colors of Power Rangers, which is very, very strange. But either way, I mean, let's be honest, they're good looking characters, but sadly in the comic books they basically die very soon. They do become hybrid, which hybrid is awesome, but other than that, I don't really know much about them. My hair keeps getting in my face. But alright, let's take a look at this figure. So, underneath so I can put it closer to the camera. And that's the face on Scream. It's like an all-black face with just white eyes and white teeth. She has like a red strip of hair going all the way down. The hair is like a metallic yellowy. Actually, I think we can pop the head off. If we can take the head off here, we'll take a look at just the head. So you can see all this hair back here. A nice like golden metallic-y yellowish. Like it also kind of looks like the tendrils from, say, like Carnage. It looks kind of like the tendrils here too, which I guess it's supposed to be like the symbiote made hair, but it's also like very tendrily looking at the same time. Looks pretty cool. If you look at it like from like a distance, kind of like that, it honestly looks kind of like ketchup and mustard mixed together. I don't know why, but I think when I see that, it looks like, oh, that's mustard and that's ketchup going through it. It's a very weird thing to think about, but pop the head back on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Hard to put the heads back on, which they're not supposed to come off, though. Like, you're not meant to take them off, but either way, But, I'm going to be honest, very, very comic book looking woman body, like with, the stuff, very comic book looking. Also, the one thing with the figure, which I don't know if it's true in the comic books, but the backside has no paint to it. The back of the legs have a little bit of paint, the arms don't really. But I don't know if that's how it looks in the comic books, but regardless, I don't really know much about the Light Foundation characters. I'm trying to straighten out her head. That's the one thing with this figure, that if you just have the head back, her head tilts that direction. If you want her head to be straight like that, the hair looks weird. I can never get to make these figures stand completely straight up. They're always like, slightly crooked to one side. But, not too much detail really. All this looks like kind of like mud. So one funky thing is if you've played Super Mario Sunshine, a game for the GameCube, so in the game, long story short, you play as Mario and he has like this water jetpack and like this thing that shoots water, and you have to clean up like this island that you're on, and when you go in like this goop, like it's like slimy goopy stuff, and it gets on Mario, it looks brown, and that kind of reminds me of this, like how Mario gets like brown stuff on his clothes, and I don't know why, this kind of reminds me of it, which it's a cool color. It looks cool. Like you can see on the inside of the leg right there, on the other leg, and on the arms. It's not symmetrical either, which I like the two, that because the symbiotes, they kind of just do like whatever, you know, like the only symbiote that suit looks like consistent is Venom's, has like the spider logo and everything. But like looking at these two, Carnage and Screams here, they look good together. They go good together. I'm gonna be honest, but they look just like the symbiote, like the stuff on it just looks crazy in a good way. Like it just looks like just like blah, like a bunch of crazy symbiote stuff going on, which I like that because it's not like, all right, they have a very very specific costume, you know, like this goes here and that goes there. It's nothing like that. Just like the symbiote just like looks however, you know, and I think that looks cool because it's like it's not a consistent design, just like, you know, whatever, just whatever, you know, like it can change and stuff because it's like, I guess, crawling and stuff. But also, weird fact I noticed, you can actually see the belly button right there. You can see like the little dip for the belly button. Nice attention to detail. You can actually see a little bit of like six pack on her. Like if you touch it here, you can actually feel like some slight muscles, a little bit of muscles here. The one thing, which it's not like a complaint, but it's not something I really care about too much. But why do they make those so big? Like, you know, and that, why is that so big too? Like, I know that's how the comic book characters look, but come on a figure, like that's, to me, that's a little bit crazy. It just, to me, that's a little bit funky. But overall, again, I'm gonna sound like I'm complaining, but they pretty much reuse this body for the same ones. Like they use this for the Ultimate Green Goblin Black Cat body, um, probably Black Widow. They've used this body for like a lot of the, like adult women, and then like the younger, like teenager, or like who's another one, like, the X-Men characters like Rogue, Jubilee, who's another one, Scarlet Witch probably, and I can't remember the other one's name I'm thinking of, like Invisible Woman. Like a lot of those ones, they use like the smaller scale, not so crazy curvy. But this one, they use like the crazy curvy because she's a more grown up looking. But either way, still a good looking figure. I definitely think it's better than the Toy Biz version, only because the sculpt on this one is much better, or not the sculpt, like the articulation is much better, and it fits in scale with the rest of the 6-inch figures. But overall, like, I just wish they had like did something new with the body, like I said with the Carnage review, where the Carnage review, they basically use this exact same body mold, minus the claws and the head. They pretty much use this entire body mold for all of the guys, like Captain America, Iron Man. They pretty much take the exact same body. They just, like, for Iron Man, they'd give him, like, Iron Man kind of like 3D armor, like, and like repulsor arms and like cannons and stuff. Like, they use the same body. And like for all the the female characters, they use this same body too, which, yeah, I get it, they're doing it for the sake of, basically they paint it, add more details and stuff, but I wish they kind of did like changed up stuff. Like, sometimes they'd give you like, on a female character, they'd give you like I don't know, like I don't know, like one of them sometimes has a waist swivel, or they give you like a double jointed knee or something like that. But either way, let's go over articulation. The head has a very good ball joint, which you can't move too much because her hair gets in the way. There's no waist swivel, but there is like this torso crunch here, which pretty good range of motion. You can rotate it all the way around. I feel like I'm too far from the camera. It has a good crunch here. You can push it back kind of far, but forward. It goes forward a lot more than back. The arms rotate all the way around, but the hair kind of gets in the way. The arms bend up a little more than 90 degrees. She has rotation here in the upper arm, and then a bend in the elbow, and also she has another rotation here in the arm, which to me, that's kind of weird, how they give a rotation up here, and then they give another one here. So you could rotate it around pretty crazy, which to me, that's kind of weird that they give pretty much two of the same joints in the same spot. Also, when you move the arm up, this arm gets pretty loose here, like, because this joint feels like way too narrow. That's gonna like break off if you move it enough. Like, you can see it wiggling a lot there. The hand rotates all the way around. It's a little stiff, which I like that stiff. It's not too crazy movable. Another hinge in the wrist, which also, another thing like I mentioned about it, is these two characters use pretty much the same hands. I think they use the same hands for both of these guys. They use the exact same hands. I wish they kind of like would change it, like give her more like an open hand, like a big like claw hand, instead of like, like a fist kind of thing, which, yeah, well, Hasbro being lazy. The legs kick up, they go out a bit, and they can't do the splits, which I would think anyone with the symbiote could do the splits. The leg rotates all the way around here. double bend in the knee, the rotation here in the foot. The knee goes, or the foot doesn't go forward at all, or you can't bend it like this way, but you can bend it back quite a bit. But yeah, so that's all for this figure. I do think it's a good figure. I do think, while it does feel a little bit lazy, I wouldn't say it's brilliant. Oops, I keep bumping my camera. I wouldn't say that this figure is brilliant but lazy, but I will say it's kind of lazy. It's smart but lazy, but it's not brilliant but lazy. I do think it's definitely better than the Toy Biz version, just because the Toy Biz version doesn't have much articulation or much like, it's not the right. It doesn't fit with the rest of the 6-inch figures. But either way, I think it's a good looking figure. Let me know what you think about this figure, and I will see you guys in the next review. Or actually, no. If you liked the video, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Wow.